Lord, Ralph's Republicans in Kentucky. Lord, pray for them. They passed a bill that will resegregate public schools in the state's largest county. If the bill passes in the Kentucky State Senate, it will allow Jefferson County students to attend schools that are closest to their homes. With busing and magnet programs under the current system, Jefferson County has been able to maintain a diverse school system for more than 40 years. It is considered one of the most diverse districts in America, but this new bill will perpetuate deeply segregated housing patterns that will be reflected in the school system, concentrate poor and minority students to schools set apart from their white and affluent peers, and the specialty magnet programs at those schools. Joining us on the phone to talk about this, Kentucky State Representative Darryl Owens, and also in studio, former Secretary of Education and CEO of the Education Trust, John King Jr. Representative Owens, I got to ask you, why all of a sudden this is a deal?
I have not a clue. This came from, I was going to say left field, but I think right field would be more appropriate. I have no idea. There's been no interest expressed in this bill. Was just filed, and there hasn't been a great deal of support for it. As a matter of fact, the guy who introduced it had a meeting in his district, and he caught sand for it. So I have no idea why he felt the need to do this in view of the great diversity program we have here in Jefferson County.
Secretary King, again, this is one of those solutions in search of a problem.
Oh, absolutely. It's a terrible idea. Louisville is a place that has been committed to school diversity, and now they're going to go backwards. And it also reveals that all the talk about local control maybe isn't as genuine as you might think. This is the state actually telling the local community, stop making your schools diverse.
Representative Owens, what about that? Because, I mean, that is an issue. We see the same thing in North Carolina, where you have these states who want to tell cities, oh, no, you can't set your own minimum wage standard. But I thought they loved local control.
Well, you know, you have to understand that the Republicans did what we call flip the House for the first time in many, many years. And they now have control, and they have the power, but they always talk about local control. And then here they come with a bill that's going to impair that and tell local communities what they can do, because Big Brother knows best. We know better how to run the school system than the local board.
Ralph, your thoughts about that? Why do we keep seeing this, where Republicans all of a sudden get in control, and then again, talk local, then want to keep imposing things on municipalities when nobody asked for it?
Well, with this thing with the school system, I mean, I agree. I mean, for schools, the best decision making for the school is as close as you can get to that local community. So I agree with you, and I don't understand why you would have, you know, the state trying to come in. I mean, I understand you want to have statewide standards in education, you know, curriculum, you know, all that kind of stuff. But a lot of these decisions are really best kept as close as you can to the people at the local level, you know, at the county school boards. So, you know, I'm with you on this one. It doesn't.
As Secretary King, what was interesting to me, look, I went to magnet schools, elementary school, middle school, and high school. And I get it when I hear people say neighborhood schools. I never had an issue hopping on the bus. If you're telling me, I like the nice, wonderful, if this school in my neighborhood, if they all should be high performing, but if you're telling me I get to go to a high performing school, I don't care how long it takes me to get on the bus, I'm ready to roll.
That's right, and that's what all the parents in Louisville are saying. They're saying we want our schools to be diverse. We want the ability to choose magnet schools that reflect the particular interests of our kids. And here you have the state legislature trying to take that away from them.
Right, but what we're having here, well, first of all, it's so good to be sitting next to a real Secretary of Education. Bless you. But then,
Shade!
but on this issue, look, they're trying to now at the local level legalize segregation again so that we can override federal standards. The reason the federal government had to step in the first place is so that they could not legally segregate and separate students. And I feel like I'm more Republican these days than the Republicans. Like there's an identity crisis of some sort, because everywhere where you used to have states' rights and where they used to want states' rights, now in power, they're saying, no, 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 we don't need those anymore. It's ridiculous.
These folks have been emboldened by the Trump victory to come out with their racist nonsense, that's all. And they have been exposed as the hypocrites they are. They say they believe in choice, but that's unless a woman wants to choose the right to have an abortion. They say they believe in essentially local control, but that's unless they want to reintroduce racism. So they basically are sitting at the heaps of hypocrisy, and the challenge is that these states, they get contagious. So you see one do it, and the next one is going to do it, the next one is going to do it. So really, I commend the legislator on the phone.
That's the Alex strategy.
Exactly. I commend the legislator on the phone, and basically, he'll think this has to be fought. And like Monique, I'm so happy to be with an educated Secretary of Education.
Representative Owens, 20 seconds here. So do you believe this thing is going to pass or fail?
Well, I'm reading this morning's paper. They say in the Senate in May language. I don't have a clue as to whether to pass. You know, like I say, you have Republicans in control here. It's sort of like Washington. You just don't know what's going to happen. They seem to operate on the seat of the pants, and there doesn't appear to be a program or a plan. They just do things. And,
all right.
You know.
All right. Well, we'll be watching to see what happens. Thanks a lot, sir.
I'm going to go on a limb. It's not going to pass.
All right, then. Well, we'll see. Call some of your Republican buddies down there and say, get your butt in order. A peaceful protest turned deadly. 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police. Your hands are in the air, and you still get shot by the cops.
Oh, my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
We're not going to let hate define us.
Race is a big part of this.
If truly all lives matter, then all lives need to matter equally.
What we require is action. What we require is accountability. We understand that black lives do matter, and we will keep focused on this issue.
NewsOne Now, every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.